Welcome, everybody. My name is Robert Kraft. I'm the CEO of SNN Incorporated, as well as the host of the Investors Roundtable and the Planet MicroCap podcast. And joining me right now to make a very special announcement is Paul Andreola from Small Cap Discoveries. So, without further ado, Paul, do you want to make the announcement? Should we do it together? You do it first.
Bobby, you're an expert at this. Why don't you do it?
All right. Okay. Well, we're coming to you right now to let you know that Paul and I, SNN Network and Small Cap Discoveries, we've teamed up to bring you a new virtual event. We're calling it the SNN Network Canada Virtual Event, which will be happening January 6th and 7th, 2021. Now, you might be asking yourself, why are we putting this together? What's the point here? Well, I could explain that, but I figured I'd ask Paul. Paul, why are we doing this? Why are we putting ourselves through the torture here?
Because we're gluttons for punishment, Bobby. No, the reason we're doing it is because there's a whole bunch of great little companies up in Canada that a lot of guys around North America have never heard of, and I think you do a great job of finding a lot of these companies, and I think I do a mediocre job of bringing a lot of these companies to some investors mindset. So I think it helps when we can push some of these great little companies to a bigger audience that deserves to see them.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, look, as everyone knows who's watching this right now, we're still in the midst of a pandemic. We're not totally sure if we're going to be able to do any kind of in-person events, not only for the rest of this year, but in 2021. And we felt that there was a clear need to highlight small, micro, nano caps that are listed on Canadian exchanges. I've put on a couple generalist events where we've highlighted the broader small, micro, nano cap space, but we thought it was time to really have something that was really more targeted because, as Paul will attest to right now, some of the opportunities that have been available on these Canadian exchanges, I don't want to make the claim myself because, Paul, you're the expert here. I mean, tell the people why Canada. What's going on up there that there's just this fertile market for interesting investment opportunities in the small, micro, nano cap space.
I think it's just like a lot of these micro caps are really undiscovered, and unlike a lot of the micro caps that you see in the U.S., they're not as picked over as they are down there. So it's certainly worked for me. It's worked for a lot of our subscribers if we can find the right micro cap, and there's plenty of them. And we do this on a regular basis. Bobby, you've been a big part of it, but we do a very small conference once a year, highlighting some fantastic companies that have gone on to sort of, in some cases go up by 10, 20 times their value. So this year it made sense, now that we can't have a sort of in-person conference, to open it up, bring more of these great little companies to the market, and have just a wider audience get an opportunity finally to look at some of these great little companies.
See, I told you the expert was going to say way better than I could. That was right there. That was pretty good. I thought that was good right there.
All right,
that's not too bad. So just to give you all a background of what you can expect at this event, very similar to what we've done at other events that we at SNN have hosted this year. We're going to have a full day of educational panels and keynotes from some pretty amazing speakers out there that you may not have seen, but probably haven't even heard of before, some people that you have heard of course. We got Paul is going to be there doing a keynote, also moderating a panel. We're going to have Dave Barr from Penner Funds there. We got Sean Peasgood from Sophic Capital, Ralph Garcia, Ryan Irvin from Keystone Financial, so some people that really know their stuff and what they're looking at in the small, micro, nano cap space in Canadian listed stocks. I got to come up with an acronym for that at some point, but I'll keep being specific. And of course, we're going to be doing a Planet MicroCap podcast episode that's going to be a Canadian virtual edition, of course. That's a no-brainer, of course. And then the next day, we're going to have a full day of presenting companies. So definitely 2 full days. That's all. You're going to be able to watch everything that's going to happen at the event on our website, which we should have said it earlier in this interview, but hey, we're going to say it right now. Canada.snn.network. That is the official conference website, Canada.snn.network. And guess what? Registration is open right now. So if you go there and you click the button register now, you'll have full access to the event, which is actually complimentary for investors. So with that, I think, I don't know, Paul, again, am I actually missing anything? Or I think
no, you know what?
we covered it all.
Listen, everybody who's going to come there is going to get a really wide variety of great little companies that we've more or less handpicked to come and present. So I'm excited about it. I know a number of people are excited about it, and I think everybody's going to get something of real value by attending.
Absolutely. Well, with that, Paul, I'm stoked to do this with you. This is so much fun. I love working with you and your team over there at Small Cap Discoveries, and we're hoping to bring everybody who's watching this and listening in a great event highlighting these small micro nano cap companies and space in Canada. So again, the website, canada.snn.network, canada.snn.network. It's a little different. So I want to make sure it's repeated a couple times. All right. So, well, thank you again. And we look forward to seeing you there virtually.
Oh, I'll say thank you. See you, Bobby.
See you, Paul. Thank you.
Bye now.